good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you are tuning in to this broadcast. And I'm getting situated, but I am your international award winning author and literary extraordinaire, Tennille M. Jackson. And I want to welcome you to another entrepreneurial tip of the week. So, this week's tip is all about websites. So I have heard it said that nowadays with the advent of self-publishing that books are the new business card, but I would tend to disagree just a little bit. Although yes, we do know that so many people are writing books, and again, I am a national and international award-winning author who has published 11 of my own books, and I also am the owner of a publishing imprint. So I have published well over a dozen books in just a few years of other individuals. So I do know the importance of producing literature, producing your own book. However, I would like to say, I would venture to say that websites are the new business card. So let's say it like this. Everyone, if you have your own business, and again, I am talking to all entrepreneurs, so it matters not what industry that you are in, whether you have your own insurance company, t-shirt business, you are an author, you sell makeup, it really does not matter what your industry is. Everyone should have a business card so that way you have some type of tool where you can let people know about what it is that you do, or what we like to call marketing and promotional tools. However, in the event that you don't have a website, I'm sorry, that you don't have a business card, at the very least you should have a website. So I like to tell all of my authors, again through my organization APS, I like to tell all of the authors that you guys should have websites, because what a website is or does for you is pretty much what your home address does for you. So, this is the place where you reside in your home address. So, website is where your products reside, right? So, like, so many encounter people on a daily basis, I'm sure. I know that I do. And they always say, well, do you have a website? And because I'm an author, then they'll ask me whether or not my books can be found on Amazon. And the answer to both questions are yes. So, yes, my books can be found on Amazon. So, if you guys want to go to Amazon right now, keyword search my name, Tennille M. Jackson, Toneal Jackson. You would pull that up. It would show you all the books that I myself have published. And yes, you can find my books on my website, www.weareaps.com. That's weareaps.com. And after the broadcast, I will include the website in the comment section. So that way, if you all want to share what it is that I do and what it is that I offer, how I can help you, then you go ahead and do that as well. But please understand that it is so important to have a website, because everyone that you encounter may not be able to support you on that day, right? Like, a lot of times we'll meet people in the grocery store, the post office, just random events or places, and we'll just get to talking in a conversation, and maybe they don't have monies available right now and they're not able to support you at that moment. But if you have a website that you can send them to, if you have a business card that has that website on it, right, then they have something tangible that they can look to. And many times nowadays what people do is they will just email each other, or they'll inbox each other information. And so that's why a website is very critical, because it is the place where you can direct your traffic to. So your supporters, your fans, your followers, or just people in general who want to know more about what it is that you do, you want to be able to have a place to direct them, so that way you're not losing that revenue or losing that sale. Because nothing is more frustrating than doing the work, putting in the work, planting all of the seeds, getting people to be interested in what it is that you do, but then you don't have anything else to give them after that question. So when they ask you, do you have a website? The worst thing to have to do is to say, no, I don't. I do not have a website. So this is pretty much the point of today's entrepreneurial tip. And so I would be remiss if I didn't give you more pointers. So let me tell you this, many times when I ask individuals, why is it that you don't have a website? One of the first things that they will say is cost. I cannot afford a website. Let me tell you, ultimately, yes, you would like to own your own domain. You would like to have your own hosting services. So that way, when you log on, it doesn't say .weebly.com or .wix.com. However, until you can get to that point, there is nothing wrong with having a free website. A free website is better than no website. So again, as I just said, I named Weebly.com and Wix.com. Both of those, and there are others, but both of those are websites that you can go to and you can get it for free. You do not have to pay anything to get started. And so some people may say, well, you know what? I don't have the money to pay a designer. Again, with those websites, as long as you are willing to invest the time, you can go through their drag and drop services. And you may say, what in the world is drag and drop? It's just a feature that will help you to quickly set up your website so you can quickly upload photos or content using those different features. And so again, this is not a tutorial on websites or how to design a website. What this is letting you know the importance of having a website and also letting you know places that you can go to get a website done. You may say, well, you know what? I do have the funds, but how much is too much to pay a designer to create my website? The answer to that is that it's endless. There is no such thing as too how much is too much, but do understand that it probably will be a minimum of a few $100s to get someone to design your website if it's going to be quality, right? So all of your websites, at a minimum, your website should be, again, at a minimum of 3 basic page websites. So you want to have a landing page or a home page. So what does that page say? A welcome page, however you want to call it. When people log into your website, there should be something that really sets you aside or just says, hi, we're here, or let people know what it is that you do, who it is you are, or what your company is and what they do. So that's the first thing a website should do. The other thing it should do is give insight about who you are, right? So like the landing page or the welcome page that says, hi, this is my company, or this is my brand, or this is me. Then another page should give more insight into that particular thing. So as an example, I really cannot give an example of my website, weareaps.com, because my website has a few different pages on it, right? Because we do so many things. So just as a basic website though, you want to, so if I had TennilleJackson.com, right? So the overview would be, welcome to my page, thanks for joining my page, or this is what you're going to see while you're on my website, something like that. Then there would be a tab that says about Tennille Jackson. So it will tell you that I'm an international award-winning author, that I'm a literary extraordinaire, that I'm a publisher, that I'm a founder of an organization, APS, that I have my own bookstore, APS Books and More. It would give you all information. It'll say that I'm a public speaker, that I'm a ambassador for the American Stroke Association. It would give you a lot of different information about who I am personally, right? So that's going to be a different thing than what the landing page is. And then again, if you are an entrepreneur, your other tab, again, in a basic layout, you should have a welcome page, welcome. It should be a page about who you are, and then a page about your product or service, right? Your company, your business. What is it that you do? And for me personally, I strongly believe in listing my prices on the website, because so many times people feel that it's best to be able to negotiate prices, and it's best to not put your prices on there and to tell people to call. But what I have found in my experience is that it's best to list your prices on the website, because then it saves yourself as well as your potential client time. because what'll happen is they'll call you because you list what your services are, what they include, and they may have a particular budget in mind. They go through making the call or reaching out to you, and you're trying to like prolong the inevitable and just like stretch it out. And so by the time they talk to you, they find out that your prices are a little bit more than what they can afford. I mean, in some cases, and maybe it's the exact thing that they can afford. But again, to me, I feel that it is in the best interest of yourself as a business owner as well as the client to be as thorough as possible. Tell them, because again, you don't want 20 people calling you to ask questions that you could have simply addressed by putting in the correct content on your website. So be thorough. Explain what it is that you do. Explain what it is that it would mean to do business with you. If you have testimonials, so if you have people that you have done business with before and they have, a positive review about it, then put that on your website as well. So that way you can pretty much advertise on your website what it is and what it means to do business with you or your company, or if someone was to buy your product or service. So that way they can be, you take out all of the guesswork. They'll know, hey, it'll cost $30 an hour to do business with this person, or their book is $15, or their service, if I call them in as a speaker, it's going to cost this amount of money. So yeah, you can't always bargain or negotiate later on, but you want to at least make sure that you're giving enough information up front, so that way when people do reach out to you, whether it's by email, whether it's by filling out, if you want to provide a phone number to you just want to make it that you don't have to waste unnecessary, because at the end of the day, you will learn that as you begin to build up your clientele, that your time is valuable. In fact, your time is probably your greatest commodity because it's the thing that cannot be replaced. So make sure that you have a website that's going to answer any questions, or at least the bulk of the questions. And again, if you are new at this, it's going to take some time, it's going to take some interaction. You're going to have to, deal with a few different people to learn what are questions that they may ask, or what we call FAQs, frequently asked questions. And so those things may vary. So again, when you have your website, because your website is going to be the tool that you use to promote yourself, whether it is you as your own brand, your business, your product, your service. That's what it is that you want to have. If you do not have the funds to buy your own domain name and hosting, your hosting services, then at this point, again, you can use either Weebly or Wix. So that's WEEBLY.com or WIX.com. Both of those are sites that allow you to build a site for free. Again, the only difference is that it's not going to just be your name.com. Again, in my example, it would be TennilleJackson.weebly.com or TennilleJackson.wix.com. So that way, people who know what's going on, they would know that this is the company in which I got my site from. And as you grow and your business expands, then of course you want to buy your own domain name, so that way it just says TennilleJackson.com, and nobody is none the wiser as to how it is that you got your site or who it is that you're hosting through. So those are just a few tips. And again, you want to make sure at a bare minimum that you have 3 tabs to your website. Have a welcome page, so that way when people come in, or what we call a landing page or home page, that they kind of feel welcome being there, and it's inviting and it's making them want to hit the other tabs. Have a tab that lists who you are, what it is you do, and why it is that people would want to do business with you. And then have a product or services tab that talks about your business, your company, your product, whatever it is that you're selling. Have your prices on there. If you have a testimonial from other people who've done business with you or bought your product, make sure you have that featured. Make sure that you have a contact page, so that way they can get in touch with you, that your email address is on there, if you have a phone number, however it is that you would like for your potential customers to contact you. Have all of that information listed on the website, because there's nothing more frustrating than having people to reach out to you, but you don't have all of the proper information intact where they can find you. So that is today's entrepreneurial tip of the week. It's all about websites. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you want other videos, again, remember that every Monday I come on YouTube live, so you can hit that subscribe button. You can feel free to leave your comments in the section below and know that I will respond to you in a timely fashion. Also, you can follow me across social media platforms. I am both on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope, all at APS International. That's APS, the letter N, TERNATIONAL. So I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And again, I hope that this has helped you. But again, feel free to join in next Monday for your entrepreneurial tip of the week. Until next time, you guys be blessed.